Hey guys, Riff here. Today we'll be going over the Spin to Win Barbarian. This is my version of the build. It's been post-patch, so we have a couple of changes to the build. But overall, the build is still performing pretty well, and I'm able to clear all content, including Mephisto, almost a one-shot from Mephisto, and up to pit 135. So this is a very quick build guide, no nonsense guide. I'm going to show you my gear. I'm going to kill Mephisto with that exact gear. There's going to be no hot swaps or anything weird going on. This is very attainable gear besides the mythics, but everything else, I don't have any crazy transfigures or anything like that, all right? So let's get into the build guide. We are going to start off with the helmet, right? Air Perdition, mandatory for the build. The build will not work without it. I put a maximum resolve temper, but I believe I want to start doing a maximum armor one, so a plus armor temper. We had the blood boiling aspect on the chest piece. I really like having the GA with maximum resource, Fury Generation, and I have challenging shout. I really think this is a really good chest piece. I tempered armor on it as well. I still bricked the transfigure on that one. Gore's devastating grips, mandatory for the build. I ended up getting a +4 to Whirlwind on it, and then I tempered damage to overpower. My bottom roll could have been a little better, but I ran out of mats to keep re-rolling that, so that is what we have on the Gores. My pants, I'm using Heavenly Strength pants. I have Strength, Fury Generation. I put Resistance to all elements. I have Dodge chance only because I couldn't re-roll it. This was I found this as a legendary. These pants have gotten me a long way. These are very they could be a lot better. I would rather have armor on the pants, and then I tempered armor on it as well, and these will be replaced at some point. The Earth Strikers boots, I have Strength, a GA with Fury Generation, movement speed. I'd rather have the GA with ranks to Warcry, but if I get another pair, that would be great. And then I tempered movement speed on it. Again, all this gear is not anything too crazy. Nothing that I feel like you can't find just doing Hell Tides and things like that. The Limitless Rage on the two-handed mace. We're running with weapon damage, strength, all damage, crit damage. There could be better multipliers, better rolls on the multipliers, and I think I would rather trade the all damage for vulnerable if I could. I tempered crit damage on it, and I did not get a good transfigure for gem strength. As a matter of fact, I don't have gem strength on any of my gear, so these are all pretty bad transfigures. I think most of it's quality. All right, so we go to the Ramolandis. This is not a bad Ramolandis. It's still 850, but I had decent rolls on it. Weapon damage, strength, all damage, and crit damage. I think the all damage would be better to get vulnerable. But here's the thing, guys. You know, when you follow these guys, take it with a grain of salt. This Ramolandi is going to roll any random roll when you pick it up nowadays. So don't look at these build guides and think, I have to have that exact one from the build. Only thing you cannot have is you can't have max health on any piece of gear. This is that low life build, low life unkillable build, okay? We're going to the flail. We got weapon damage, strength, all damage, and crit damage, and I tempered crit strike chance. This is actually a really good flail. This is actually probably one of my better pieces of gear. Still did not get a good transfigure on this one as well. I think I just got an extra GA from that one. All right, we are going to the title polearm. We're running with weapon damage, strength, crit damage, and fizz damage, and I tempered on crit chance as well. Again, not a good transfigure. Starless Skies, I tempered on it maximum or chance to gain resource, and then you could do a GA on core skills or crit strike chance depending on how low your crit strike chance is. It's completely up to you and what kind of gear you have. I'm using the Deluge ring with strength, attack speed, crit damage, and vulnerable damage. And if you look at my Deluge, I don't have max stacks to overpower. I should have 8. I only have 7 right now, so this could get a lot better. Melted Holosailig, I put resource regeneration on it, and I'm using anger management for my extra aspect on that. All right, we are going to go over to the talismans. We are using the Crucible set. At this point in the game, you know, you should be trying to, if you are trying to run late game and push a little bit, You want to start re-rolling these and trying to get max ranks to either weapon mastery, core skills, or maximum resource, right? So if you look, that's what we're running on all of them. We're using the Enduring Faith. This is what makes us unkillable. When you would be damaged for at least 30% of your maximum health, it's redistributed over the next 4 seconds and reduced. You could get a max rank to that. Mine's only 36%. For the middle charm, it does not matter. Just try to get a damage roll up top, and you need 6 charm slots on this middle roll. It would be nice to have 2 rolls that are active, but I have not found a charm that I could have both affixes active. So right now, I just have the crit strike damage multiplier on it. All right, so that is the gear. Nothing crazy going on. I could have better strength gems in here. For my runes, I'm running Cervex on the helmet. On the pants, I'm running Igni Say on the pants. All right, we're going to go and look at the weapon expertise. We are running the polearm. Skill tree. This is a pretty standard skill tree for this build. You've probably seen it a bunch of times if you've been looking at barbarian builds. You max out Whirlwind. You take these points up here. We're running Rallying Cry with Booming. Iron Skin with Juggernaut. Challenging Shout with Brawl or Ball. I feel like this should be Brawl. You can change this depending on if you need more damage reduction. You could actually change Ball up into Raging. I'm using Warcry with Mighty Roar and Vulnerable. And then I'm using Call of the Ancients. I know there's a couple of builds going around. People using the Wrath of Berserker too. You might get more damage from the other one. This one has been working for me. I tried the other one. I didn't really like it. For this Wrath of the or for the Call of the Ancients, you're going to be using this one every time it's on cooldown. The buff is going to be a 6-second buff. So after that 6 seconds is up, you're going to tap it. You don't have to spam it. Same thing with the other, with the Rallying Cry. All right, Paragon. We are at 255 Paragon points. This build, I feel like, will go online after 200 to 220. You'll be able to one-shot Mephisto, I believe, with the Paragon. You just won't have as much of these defensive nodes on the sides. You won't be able to go off and get a lot of these side nodes. All right, but we start off the build with Might in the middle. We go up to Challenger and Carnage. Then we're going to Twister and Blood Rage. We're going to Wrath and Warbringer. We're going to Dominate and Force of Nature. All right. Try to max out all the damage nodes around all these Paragon nodes. The most important one is Dominate. I think I might actually have to put one more node in here, but have 342% damage per overpower stack. This scales up pretty high. That's pretty much a big source of your damage. All right, so we are going to actually run over and fight Mephisto real quick, just to kind of show you guys. This is the build. This is the gear. So there's no hot swapping going on. There's nothing weird going on. We're going to go over there. We can usually one-shot him. Sometimes it might take us... oh, you know what? I have to reset the dungeon. I actually just killed him. So pardon me. Might have to cut that out. So for this build, there's no crazy rotation. It's very straightforward, okay? You're going to be using 2 buffs for their duration. And then the rest whenever they're off of cooldown. All right, so Rallying Cry is going to be used every 4 seconds. Rallying Cry is this one right here. Okay. We're going to be using Call of the Ancients every 6 seconds. That's how long the rotation is for that one. Okay. The rest is going to be used on cooldown. So you boom, boom, boom. Spin to win, baby. All right, let's do it. You know what? My cooldowns are coming down. Give me 10 seconds. All right, we're good. Slap them up. kind of messed that up. I really should have been spinning a little earlier, but yeah, guys, you buff up, spin, and you win. All right. This build clears any content. You will be able to push past pit 135. I'm at pit 135 with it right now. I plan on pushing a little bit further than that. But again, this is what you're here for, right? You want to kill Mephisto. Everybody wants the Mephisto build. This build is free, man. This is easy. Once you get Melted Heart Assailing, that pretty much will make you unkillable. Air Perdition makes you even more unkillable. Endurant Faith as a talisman, you'll be fine. And yeah, you know, impress your friends, invite them to the party, and, you know, slap up Mephisto for them. I've been seeing, you know, there's a lot of different builds, and I know sometimes it's for the sake of content, but a lot of them are pretty niche, and I think they could be misleading because people are re-rolling every day trying to find that better build. This build I use pre-patch. I changed maybe one or two things post-patch. Some of these glyphs might be working better than others. You might find other more damaging builds. Guys, this works, all right? This is the one that works, so let's do that. You know, find something that works and then push into some niche, you know, giga damage or, you know, whatever. But this is the one. This is the one that works for me. Oh, usually I could one-tap them, but we have to wait for the second phase, which is like super annoying. Usually I could one-tap. Alright, so there we go. Dead Mephisto. You're not going to see hundreds and hundreds of trillions, but you're going to see 50 trillion, 20 trillion, 40 trillion. And those numbers are adding up, and they're destroying Mephisto. You could do this with a party. You could do it solo. You're not going to... It's going to be the same amount of kill time, bro. It's not going to be anything different. Alright, so... Guys, that's the build, man. Remember, buff up, spin to win. My name is Riff. If you appreciate this type of content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I stream on Twitch. It's Riffi on Twitch, all right? Guys, I appreciate you stopping by. Riff out.